Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, and we are back for our NHL 16 BGM series following the Philadelphia Flyers here in year number 6 or 7 of our playoff run, as we finally have made it to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time in this series. We overcame our demons, being the Tampa Bay Lightning. We finally beat them in a playoff series, beating them in 6 games, 4-2. Big clutch game number 6 as well. We were down 2-0 in that game. We were down 3-2 and 2-1 in the series, and then won 3 straight. But we were down 2-0 in game number 6, and then scored 5 unanswered goals in that game to reach the Stanley Cup Finals up against the Colorado Avalanche, who have made it here themselves with 30 regulation losses, 35 total losses on the year. But it's interesting to see what this Colorado Avalanche team has in store for us. So let's do a pretty much full scout of the Colorado Avalanche here, and let's see what they have got going for them so far in this playoff run to have them reach the Stanley Cup Finals. So let's see what this Avalanche team has. All right, Matt Duchene, 87. Nathan MacKinnon, 90. Francois Labelle, 88. Okay, a 29th overall pick. 2018. Connor Bleakley, 86. Tyler Johnson, 86. Nick Petan, oh hey, how you doing there, bud? 85. Remember when we traded away Nick Petan? I remember. Ronald Kennis, 84. Tuomo Pickarainen, 83. Matthew Hotchkiss, 82. Ryan Reeves, 82. Pierre-Luc Dubois, 87. William Barch, 80. And Gabriel Landeskog, 89, but it looks like he's out with an injury. Okay, so Captain Landy is possibly out with an injury for who knows how many games, but he's missed a lot, it seems. He's missed a lot of games. He's missed 12 total of the playoff games, so he could be coming back in this series. If he is, that's going to be a little bit dangerous, but it seems like this Avalanche team is... They're kind of loaded with depth. They got their superstars. They got Duchene and McKinnon and Labelle, it seems, who's pretty good as like a draft pick. They got a lot of young players. This is a very young team. It's a very young Avalanche team, especially their depth is very young. Captain Landy, that's a big hurt, though. It's an 89 overall that they're missing on their team for sure. But offensively-wise, they're pretty good. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're good. Defensively, Eric Johnson, 88. Tyson Barrie, 92. Chris Biggrass, 88. Miroslav Bliznak, 81. Mason Gertson, 83. Nikita Zadorov, 87. And Jody Rizzi, 80. Is that their 6? Okay, Rizzi is probably not on there, but that is their 6 defenseman right here. So probably Barrie and Johnson, Biggrass and Zadorov, Gertson and Bliznak. So this is the defense that's very comparable to that of the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Islanders, pretty much. Their top 4 is very good. Johnson and Barrie, Biggrass, and Zadorov are nothing to slouch at. That's an 87, an 88, a 92, and an 88. Their top 4 is pretty good, but that top 6 with Bliznak and Gertson, nothing really too great. So top 4 defensively, they're good. Offensively, they seem to have a good bit of depth, and they do have the goal scorers. And then goaltending, who is their goaltender? They still have Semyon Varlamov here in net, going up against Steve Mason, 2 pretty much old head goaltenders. I think both of them are 34 years old, but he is at an 88 overall. How old is Steve Mason? I'm pretty sure he's 34 as well. Mace is 33. Okay, so 2 old veteran goaltenders going up against each other. Varlamov versus Mason, and the offense are pretty evenly matched up. All right, let's go to the injury report now, and let's see what the deal is with Gabriel Landeskog of the Colorado Avalanche. Let's see what the deal is with Landy. So he has a separated shoulder. He's returning on June 11th. All right, so June 11th. It is May 24th. How far does this series go into? June 11th? If it goes to a game 7, maybe. But it looks like Gabriel Landeskog is not going to be in this playoff series against the Colorado Avalanche. So we luck out there. Captain Landy is not going to be in this series up against the Avalanche here, so we luck out there, but still, the Avalanche do have a very, very deep team, it seems, on offense. Like I said, their goaltending matches up pretty much evenly with ours. Defensively, kind of evenly up with that, and then offense pretty evenly matched up as well. So we have a very two evenly matched up teams right here with Colorado and Philadelphia. But we overcame our demons. We beat Tampa Bay. Let's see how we can do against the Colorado Avalanche. We do have home ice advantage once again in this series, so let's get it going here. Stanley Cup Finals, boys. We finally made it here. Let's get it going. Let's get off on the right foot. First period, 1-0. That is the right foot. Nathan Noel starting off the goal scoring. 12-4 are the shots. Very good start for the Flyers. Nathan Noel, once again, still picking up where he left off. Second period, 3-0. There you go. Tyler Toffoli and Dryden Hunt. Dryden Hunt has been really picking up his game ever since the end of the Islanders series. He picked it up at the end of the Tampa Bay series as well, and now he's picking it up here at the beginning of the Colorado series, which I do like here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Tyler Toffoli gets a goal again. He's been starting to show up a little bit more often here as well. 23-10 are the shots, man. We are limiting Colorado shots a lot in this first game here. I like that. 3-0 lead, though, is pretty comfortable lead here. Pretty comfortable lead for the Flyers. Safe to say that we will be walking away with this first game, no problem. 4-0 lead as Nathan Noel puts another one on net. And Steve Mason shows who's boss here in game number 1, posting a shutout. Only 16 total shots for the Avs in this game. We doubled them up exactly, 32-16. The Flyers walk away with a 4-0 win in game number 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. 4-0 with a win. Nathan Noel from Earl Grantham, Toffoli from Couturier and McDonough, Hunt from Moss and Kruger, and then Noel from Provorov and Grantham. So 2 points once again for Nathan Noel and Earl Grantham, and that first line still continues to be clutch as the Flyers do take a 1-0 lead here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Very good game there for the Flyers, and we pretty much shut down Colorado's offense. They couldn't get nothing going. They only had 16 total shots. So let's do it again, boys. Let's do it again. Let's do it once again. Here we go. Game number 2. Let's shut them down offensively again. First period, 1-0. Wayne Moss. Wayne Moss from the outside the blue line. Oh my God, he hit that by center ice. He pulled a Radko Gudas. My goodness. Center ice shot there from Wayne Moss. Beats Semyon Varlamov. Must have been like a bouncing puck or something along those lines. But he finds a way to get it through. 1-0 lead for the Flyers on a fluke goal, but we'll take it. 9-8 are the shots. We need those fluke goals, man. Second period, 3-0 again. Ivan Provorov and Wayne Moss gets his second of the game. The depth, the fourth line of this Flyers team is coming in clutch. Dryden Hunt and Wayne Moss are putting in the work right now. Another 3-0 lead for the Flyers here going into the third period with another nice little comfortable lead. Colorado is getting a little bit more shots totals in this game, but they're still under 20 so far. Power play for the Avs, and they do kill it off are the Flyers. 4-0, Claude Giroux and close on Varlamov. And once again, another fantastic series, another fantastic game for the Flyers. Late power play for the Avs. They do ruin Steve Mason's shutout is LaBelle, but who cares? It's another win. We don't care about shutouts or anything like that in the finals. All we care about is wins. And another 4 goals posted by the Flyers against this Avalanche team. And they take a 2-0 series lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. Another 4-1 4-goal performance and a 4-1 victory in Game 2. Moss from Kruger and Hunt, Provorov from Noel and Gostisbehere, Moss from Kruger and Sanheim, and then Giroux from Toffoli. Once again, if Claude Giroux and Tyler Toffoli start to heat up, that's really just good news for this Flyer team, to say the least. But that's a good start for us right there. Take both games at home over the Avs as we go back to the Pepsi Center in Colorado. Peter Forsberg's up there watching his team play. Joe Sakic as well, but we got, and Patty Waugh, the whole freaking Colorado Avalanche alum, is in this building. But that is a good way to start off a Stanley Cup Final Series for sure, going up 2-0 over this team. Let's continue it, boys. Come on, let's go. Let's keep on the pressure on this Avalanche team. Let's go. First period, 0-0. 16-6 are the shots. I like that. That's still the pressure that we got. Keep it up, boys. Second period, 1-0. Ivan Provorov from the blue line again. Center ice. How do we keep scoring? Farley can't handle these bouncing pucks. We're putting some crazy English on these bouncing pucks here, and we get another goal. 28-10 are the shots throughout 2 again. And the Flyers are up 1-0 going into the third period. It's only 1 goal, but still, we're out shooting these guys like nuts again. 30-12 are the shots. My goodness. Colorado is climbing back in shots definitely in the third period, but once again, Flyers are just continuing to harp on the pressure in this series so far. They are just limiting Colorado's chances on offense by not allowing them to get any total shots whatsoever. Steve Mason, you beautiful bastard. Sean Couturier, a empty netter, and the Flyers take a 2-0 win in Game 3, a 3-0 series lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. Provorov from Kruger-Sanheim, Couturier from McDonough and Gostisbehere. 1 penalty in the entire game from Tyler Johnson hooking. And the Flyers take a 3-0 series lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. My goodness, dude. Now, I'm not going to get excited because we saw what happened with Tampa Bay last year, but the way we're playing Colorado, it seems like they can't generate any offense at all. Their shot total is so insignificant compared to ours. I think they outshot us in Game 2, but we still beat them 4-1. They've only scored 1 goal in 3 games. Game number 4. The cup is in the building. The cup is in the building, boys. The cup is in the building. Everybody get pumped up for this game. The Stanley Cup is in the Pepsi Center. Flyers hold a 3-0 series lead over the Avs. Let's win it, boys. Come on, let's do this. First period, 1-1. All right, Matt Duchene. Haven't seen any of the Colorado Avalanche superstars in this series at all. He gets the goal scoring started pretty much a minute in, but Jacob Voracek 10 minutes later does tie the game up. 15-6 are the shots. We are still out shooting them, and I still like that. That's all right, though. It's a tie game. Second period, 3-2. All right, we'll take that. Jacob Voracek gets his second in the game. Nathan MacKinnon gets one with about 6 minutes left in the second, but then Shane Gostisbehere gives us the lead back once again. A minute left to go in the second. We're out shooting them 33-11. My God, we're out shooting them like crazy. We have a 1-goal lead in the third period, boys. Come on. 20 minutes of hockey, and the Stanley Cup is ours. 20 minutes, and the Stanley Cup is ours. Power play. You can end it right here. 42. Look at the shot total. Look at the shot total. Oh, my God, dude. The shot total is ridiculous. 5-4. Score here. End it. Oh, my God. 5 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. 3, 2, 1. 58 seconds left. We're intervening. Let the computers play it out. Here we go. There's only 58 seconds left, and they're taking a center ice draw. Nice win by Couturier. By Noel is actually. The first line was clutch there. Come on, Noel. Dump it in. Nice play. Provorov, go, buddy, go. 50-some seconds still left in this game. I swear to God, if Colorado ties this, sends it around the boards. Flyers doing a good job killing it off. Bachman. Grantham gets hooked. Yes! He draws a penalty. Shot by Provorov. Gets deflected up and out. Noel. Come on, boys. 30-some seconds left to get. Meyer. Get that. Voracek, there you go. Kill off time. 30 seconds left. Earl Grantham behind the back of the net. Over to Meyer in front. And the Flyers still have control over this puck. It's ridiculous. Back to the point. Bachman. Voracek. It squeaked through the left. And the Avalanche finally do touch it, but it's 21.1 seconds left, and they're going to get a hooking call, I think, on Nathan MacKinnon. I think McKinnon's going to get... Oh, no. Who is that? That's Biggrass. They get Chris Biggrass there for a hooking call with 21 seconds left to go in the third period. We've had 8 total power plays in this game. My goodness gracious. Couturier wins the faceoff. Provorov over to Toffoli, sends one on Varlamov. That's the smart thing to do, honestly. 16 seconds left, and the Stanley Cup will be in the possession of the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh my goodness. 16 seconds left to go. Again, Couturier wins the faceoff. Provorov in front. Rebound Zadorov. He's going to dump it out instead of carrying it up. Are they going to pull their goaltender? Provorov sends it around the boards. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Flyers sweep the Stanley Cup Finals. And they are the Stanley Cup champions. Finally. We finally do it, boys. 3 total sweeps in this playoff run. My goodness, boys, we finally freaking do it. We win the Stanley Cup after 6 years of this dreaded series. We finally get the cup that we deserve. My goodness, boys, what a Stanley Cup Finals. Steve Mason gets the Conn Smythe, definitely deserving of it. Sporting that playoff beard for sure. Mace gets the Conn Smythe. I would have given it to Nathan Noel. Claude Giroux, lift that Stanley Cup up, you beautiful ginger man, you. Lift that Stanley Cup with pride. Bring that cup back home to Philadelphia. Kiss it. Love it. Cherish it. I hit a button, I think. Yeah, I definitely hit a button, and it's not even going to show the freaking Stanley Cup, like, celebration. 51 total shots in this game, my God. Look at the power plays. 9 total power plays we had for the Flyers this game. They just outplayed them. They literally just outplayed them. Nathan Noel had 3 assists in that game as well. But man, oh freaking man. We swept round 1. We swept round 2. Tampa Bay only gave us 2 losses in the Eastern Conference Finals. And then the Flyers just completely dealt with the Colorado Avalanche in the Stanley Cup Finals. And we are the Stanley Cup champions finally. Yes, we did it. The Stanley Cup is coming home with us. And even I have to admit it, I'm impressed. I had my doubts, but you guys pulled it together. No way I did that. Congratulations winning the Cup. Winning the Stanley Cup is a once-in-a-lifetime achievement. Cherish the moment, boys. It feels great. Let's not be content with just one. I want more before I call it a career. Well, maybe, but you know what? Cherish it. You boys worked hard to get this freaking cup here to this team. And honestly, it's worth it, man. It was all worth it, man. We dealt with the Avs. That hurt. That injury to Gabriel Landeskog, I think, really hurt the Avalanche a lot. That's another 89 overall type of really good offensive and defensive player on this team. So I think that really hurt them a lot. But a sweep in the Stanley Cup Finals for the Philadelphia Flyers is so worth it. Steve Mason does get the Conn Smythe, but let's just take a final look. In 4 final games of this playoff series for this Flyers team, Nathan Noel, 24 points, 9 goals, 15 assists in 18 games. He should have got Conn Smythe, to be completely honest with you, but man, oh man, Nathan Noel, what a series you had. I just bit my tongue. Ow, it hurt like hell. Earl Grantham, 19 points in 18 games. I gotta take a sip of water because I think I'm bleeding. I can't believe we swept them, man. That's ridiculous. Jacob Voracek, he had one hell of a regular season, one hell of a playoff run. 32 years old, brother, and you put up a season like that. I can only imagine what you'll do in the future if you get to work with these 2 guys again, who are only going to get better. Grantham's only 21. Nathan Noel is only 24. This core that we have right now is ridiculous right now. Some of these guys are going to have to get re-signed for sure, but the core that we have is pretty damn ridiculous. Kruger with 9 points. Marcus Kruger was our 4th best, well, tied for our 4th best point total score in this playoff run. That's crazy. The first line just did pretty much all the work. Claude Giroux with 9 points was very silent. Dryden Hunt, the 4th line, did amazing for us. Marcus Kruger, Dryden Hunt, and Wayne Moss. Props to you guys. I hope you do get a nice little boost in the offseason this year, but you guys definitely deserve a lot of props. Marcus Kruger especially. We've had Marcus Kruger on our team for so long in this series, and finally, the depth defensively of him really pays off. And you know what? He put up 9 points. He had 8 assists. Dryden Hunt had a really good playoff series as well. Same thing with Wayne Moss. 5 goals for him. He's going to be a nice little grinder for us in the future to come. Toffoli, 7 points. Didn't have the crazy playoff series he had last year, but you know what? It's still worth it. Reed McDonough slowed up after the first series, but you know what? He did well. Sean Couturier, obviously, our defensive players doing well. Timo Meier, 4 points. Murray Generous with 4 points as well. Only negative player was Reed McDonough. Defensively, Shane Gostisbehere with 12 total points. Ivan Provorov with 10. Travis Sanheim with 8. Arthur Halishchuk with 2. Ulf Bachmann with 1. Sam Moran with nothing. But still only a -1 from Moran. But everybody else was either a positive or a even player. I'm very interested to see if Ivan Provorov will get a nice overall boost after getting the top 4 time that he was actually supposed to get this year. It'll be interesting to see if he gets a nice little overall boost or not. But every player on our team should get a nice little overall boost. Steve Mason, Mr. Conn Smythe, 18 games played, a 1.19 goals against average, 16-2, save percentage of .958, and 7 total shutouts in 18 games for Steve Mason this year in the playoffs. Mr. Conn Smythe, Mr. Stanley Cup winner. Bravo, boys. Bravo. No words right now. Bravo, bravo, bravo. That is one hell of a... That is a... It's not even like it wasn't like a competitive playoff series. It was a dominant playoff series for the Philadelphia Flyers. They went 16-2 in the playoffs. They only lost 2 games and it came to the same team, the Tampa Bay Lightning. We swept Pittsburgh, swept the New York Islanders. Tampa Bay took us to 6, but after we, we got down that we were down that series 2-1, found some heart with back-to-back shutouts, beat them 5-2, and then Colorado didn't have anything for us at all. They just didn't have anything for us. So we shut down their offense for the first 3 games, and then game number 4 was just the icing on the cake. We won it away from home, but you know what? Who cares? Sweep it out, boys. Sweep it out. When in doubt, sweep it out. What a series for us, boys. What a freaking playoff run. Let's take a look at the awards here before we end off the video here. We'll take a look at the awards, because I feel like I missed the awards for the past couple of years, but Colorado's AHL team won the won the Calder Cup, so that's good for you guys. At least you still won something. But their AHL team made it to the Cup Finals as well, so they could have swept the They could have swept the totals this year as well. That would have been crazy. The Calder Cup and the Stanley Cup, that would have been nuts. But the Stanley Cup champions goes to the Philadelphia Flyers. Finally, it pays off for us. After getting eliminated by the Buffalo Sabres, they win the cup. Got eliminated by the Tampa Bay Lightning, they won the cup. They got eliminated by Tampa last year. They lost to Edmonton, but now finally we win the Stanley Cup. A very dominating defensive, offensive team that the Flyers were this year. They had everything that they needed. They had the defense, they had the offense, and you know what? Our offense is only going to be getting better. Defense is starting to kind of plateau a little bit, but our offense is only going to get better, especially the top line. It's only going to get better. President's Trophy. So we won the President's Trophy and we won the Stanley Cup this year. Very good job, Colorado and Philadelphia, obviously. And then the player awards: Art Ross, Steven Stamkos. Hart Memorial, Steven Stamkos. James Norris Trophy went to Gustav Borman. Lady Byng, Steven Stamkos. Calder went to Zamnov, the New Jersey Devils player that we thought. Conn Smythe goes to Steve Mason, well deserving. Vezina, Dredger, William N. Jennings, Jack Campbell, Bill Masterton, Dylan Hetherington, Frank J. Selke, Jordan Stahl, Ted Lindsay, Steven Stamkos, Maurice Richard, John Tavares. And then the AHL awards. We won the Calder Cup last year for the Phantoms, obviously, but the San Antonio Rampage won the Calder Cup this year. McGregor Kilpatrick goes to the Phantoms. Grand Rapids Griffins, St. John's, San Diego. We won the Emile Francis Trophy. We didn't win it last year. Didn't win the Atlantic Division, but we did this year. Hershey gets that one. Hartford, Rochester, and then player awards. Any of our players get it. Reed McDonough won the Sullenberger Trophy last year and the Les Cunningham Trophy. So Reed McDonough was definitely one of the top players in the AHL last year. Cote, Alshuler, Butterfield, Vixton won that last year. McDonough won the Fred T. Hunt. Yeah, so Reed McDonough grabbed up a lot of awards last year, but none of our players won any Calder, any AHL awards this year. Playoff tree, we did get eliminated in round 1, right? Yeah, Bridgeport beat us in 4 games, but so that's all right for our AHL team. That's all right, but we won the biggest prize of them all, boys. And we won the biggest prize of them all, the Stanley Cup. Now, if we have to look at our contract situation coming into next year, who's on expiring contracts? Just a couple of big name players like Nathan Noel, Claude Giroux, Pickard, who's at 88 overall. My goodness, you got a really big boost, didn't you? My God. Toffoli, Gostisbehere, Couturier, McDonough, Moran, Meyer. Meyer could be like a guy that we let go, to be honest. A sign and trade. Oh, he's an RFA, so I might like tender qualifying offer. Gauthier, Halishchuk, Gogliev, O'Sullivan, McGauley. All these guys are RFAs this year. Bixton, Lindbaum, Chipchura, Ben Davis, Ollie, unsigned rookies. Yeah, so we got a couple big name players, Nathan Noel and Claude Giroux. They're going to ask for a lot of money, especially Claude Giroux and Nathan Noel. My God. But you know what? They deserve it. They deserve the big payday that they get. We're going to have $68 million worth of cap space pretty much next year. And we gotta sign a lot of players. I mean, like, look, centers who we gotta sign: Sean Couturier, Claude Giroux, Nathan Noel. Those guys are gonna be asking upwards of like 10 mil each. Well, Giroux might want a little bit of a pay cut. He might want a little bit of a pay cut. If I can get him for like 8 or 9 mil, I'll do it. Nathan Noel is gonna be upwards of like 10 mil, like a $8 or $9 million contract. So that's gonna be a lot for him. But you know what? He's worth it. Like I said, left wingers, Toffoli and Reed McDonough are going to be up at the end of their contracts. Toffoli will be interesting to see if we can re-sign him or not. It's going to be a very big re-sign heavy episode next time. Meyer and Gauthier are going to be up on their contracts. And then defensemen, we got Shane Gostisbehere, Sam Morin are the big guys that we got to worry about for contracts. But Sanheim and Provorov are still going on their $4 and $5 million contracts. And then we signed those guys to some pretty long-term deals. So we should be fine for those guys next. Well, Sanheim's 1 more year. Provorov still has 2 more years at 5.8. So we're still sitting pretty for those guys. And then in the system, I mean, like, Halishchuk needs to be signed, but he shouldn't want too much. And then goaltending, hopefully Marshall Sydor is ready to be the backup next year because he is a backup. Good. So that is our backup goaltender next year. Vixton will still be the starting goaltender in the AHL for anything that happens. But from anything, Calvin Pickard, you know what? You might get yourself a little bit of a good of a contract as well, possibly, if Sydor ends up going. But you know what, Pickard, if you're like 88 or overall, something like that, I'd rather just let you walk. You were well worth a 3rd round pick, and I'd honestly just rather let you walk and bring up my rookie goaltender and let him begin the new wave of Philadelphia Flyer goaltenders here. But it's going to be a very interesting offseason for sure. A lot of big name players that we need to sign on our team. We have a lot of decisions to make, and honestly, winning the Stanley Cup is going to do a lot for our potential overall boosts. But you know what? We'll deal with all that crap in the next episode. We got the draft to do. That should be fun. We can't really make any big trades at the draft because pretty much all of our players that we could trade are UFAs, so nobody's going to take them anyway. But you know what? What better way to end off a freaking video like that after celebrating a Stanley Cup victory like that? My goodness. What a game. What a series. What a way to finally end it off. Well, not the series isn't over, but still, what a way to finally end off finally winning our Stanley Cup after 6 years. We beat like, it was just a dominating playoff run, as I said before. We killed the first 2 rounds. We beat the team that have given us the most trouble in the playoffs in the past, in the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then Colorado just stood no chance against us whatsoever. So, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this, leave a like, comment, subscribe as always. We're going to do the draft next time, and then we're going to have a probably long preseason or off-season where we take care of a lot of stuff in the off-season where we got a lot of big decisions to make, a lot of contracts to hand out, a lot of decision-making with our team to see what we do. But you know what? We'll deal with that later. It's time to celebrate, boys. Thanks for watching.